Hello everyone, this is Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. Today is Friday, I don't know, 16th maybe. And this is Charm Chatter 96 or 7. I'm really not prepared with that, I'm sorry to say. I want to thank everyone for visiting me here today. Thank you to my current subscribers, anyone new. This is a new look for Charm Grammy Crochet. I'm sitting on the living room floor in front of the couch. This is where I crochet. Right now, Lacey is stealing my crochet seat, so I had to sit on the floor. No, not really. I would have moved her, but everything that I wanted was on the floor. And I was going to take it up to the yarn room because I haven't videoed in the yarn room in a while. I think the last couple of videos have been at the camper. This is camper closing weekend, so it's going to be busy there. And I have a few minutes to make a video right now, so I thought I would do it. And I don't know if I'll get any crocheting in while trying to close the camper and say goodbye to everybody at the campground. And it's a sad weekend, but we tend to party hardy. So there you go. And as I was saying, everything that I wanted to show you was sitting on the living room floor. So I thought I'll just join it on the living room floor. When I crochet, I sit here. And I have my whips that I keep when I'm working on them. I tend to keep them in bins because it's easy to transport back and forth to the camper and things stay nice and neat. So in this bin, I have my rivulet shawl that I've been working on. I'm using my 5mm clover hook for that. This is made with knit crate yarn. This is this really beautiful purple. This is the Rivulet Shawl by Fiber Spider. And I am on hank number 4. And here is what is left of hank number 4, which I obviously balled up, caked up. So when this cake is gone, then the shawl is done. And I don't remember if he put a border on it. Because if that's the case, I might need to start working on that pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to put a border. I kind of like it just plain and the way it looks. And it's getting kind of long. I wanted it to be long, so I bought extra of the Knit Crate purple yarn, which I don't have the ball band handy. Oh wait, I might have one in here, but I think I threw it away. Yeah, no ball band in there. So I don't have a handy ball band, but it was the Knit Crate Sparkly Purple. And I think this is like a 2, maybe 3, it's probably a 3-weight yarn. And I totally love it for this project. But it's a slow go, you know, when you're using thin yarn. Even though I'm using the 5mm hook, it's still kind of a slow go. Really nice pattern. I really, really enjoy it. And I did, just for tips, when you make this, if you make one, you start with these 3 like fillet holes here, 1, 2, and 1 in the middle, and these go over your shoulder, so this shawl will wrap around and fold and it stays on. You know, like I have a problem, I can't keep my bra straps on, so keeping a shawl on is just ridiculous. But with this, the way that it's designed, it like comes around and over, and it's designed to, and it stays on that way. So I wanted it kind of longer. And I'm a big girl, so I wanted it to like go around and fit and stay. I think this yarn drapes really nice, and it's beautiful yarn. I would make this again. I would like to make it in a thicker yarn, because I think even with 4 skeins of this, I think there's 300 yards on a hank. Even with 4, I don't think it's going to be as long as what I'd really like. I've always wanted to make a cape for myself, a long cape. I love to wear capes in the fall. And so I've wanted to crochet one. Since I started crocheting, I bought yarn that now I don't like. But I bought yarn that I wanted to make a gray cape. I have a couple of capes. I have a black one and I have a tan one, and I want a gray one. The capes that I already have are not crochet. They're, you know, fabric. So I wanted to crochet one with a hood, and this design would be fabulous in a thicker yarn, and then it would be warmer and make up faster, you know, because I want it long, like to cover, like you can wrap up in a blanket, you know what I mean? So the capes that I have that are cloth are like mid-calf, mid-thigh to knee length, and that's what I want out of a cape. And I think this is a great design for that. And when you make this, you, as I was saying, you start with these 3, and then as it gets bigger, then you add more of what he calls the rivulets, more holes. Every so many, you have to watch the video, but you increase this on these 3. Oh, wait, I'm going to pull out a stitch. No. Okay, there we go. You increase this. The increases come at these rivulets, the first originals. So when I was first doing it, I found that I was getting lost because, like, as it gets bigger, you get more and more of the holes, you know, the little, it's just a chain 1 space, but you get more and more of them as it gets bigger and bigger. And I was getting lost as to where I'm supposed to increase. So I started putting a stitch marker, and I don't move it every row. I move it every couple of rows, because when you get to it, you know that it's there. And that way there's 3 places that you need to increase throughout the shawl, and then, or the cape, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a shawl. And then you increase at the beginning and end. So, you know, on each side, and then in 3 spots in between. And so I put a stitch marker there, and a real easy light one. I didn't use, I have some beautiful stitch markers that have been sent to me, and I didn't use those because they tend to be dangly, and I didn't want them to get stuck in the yarn. So anyway, that is coming along. I think I won't finish it over the weekend, because I don't even think I'm going to take it with me. I'm debating. I will crochet a little. I mean, there will be times that I can crochet, and I'm just not sure if I want to take this or work on something different. So that's that. And I totally love it. And I will link Fiber Spider's tutorial in the description box below. So, oh wait, here is a ball band from that that purple yarn. It is Superwash Merino. Isn't that a wool? Like, I can work with that wool and it doesn't itch me, but other wools make me crazy. I think Superwash Merino is supposed to be wool, right? But that doesn't bother me. So anyway, it is 300 yards, 274 meters. So I'll have 1,200 yards, and it does, it's a sport weight. So that's a 2, right? And now I've got myself confused. Anyway, it's a sport weight yarn, so whatever that one is. Anyway, it's a sport weight. So that's what that is. So then I started the squares for a blanket. These are the Willow Squares, and I started using the mandala. I made a cape out of it. Oh, I think I threw the ball band for that away, but I started using the leftovers of one of the big cakes, Caron big cakes. And so I made these out of that, and some of them look like they were solid. This one really is solid. The stripes on the Caron big cakes are very large, so I was getting solids instead of, this one is not solid even. Oh yeah, you can tell. And I didn't really want solids. I wanted it to be, you know, more multicolors like this one, because I had to add to it. But I got solids, so I thought, well, I'm just going to go with it and make it a scrap. So this is a different Caron cake that I had. And then I went to, I only had like 3 out of that Caron cake. So then I just went to my scrap bin and I started using scrap yarn. Now this yarn is yarn that I got, and I have a couple of these, and this yarn is so cool. Look at all the different colors. This is just a variegated, when I bought that box of yarn at the garage sale at the campground, this was in there, and it was not, it was just balled up into, you know, somebody had frogged a project, and this is the yarn. And isn't that the coolest yarn? It's very, very soft and squishy. I think it might be I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. But she had, it must have been a full skein that she had balled up, because I got all of these out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 squares out of it. So now I decided to make this a scrap blanket. And I think I'm going to give it to one of my friends at the campground next camping season. So this is, I have a lot of scrap yarns. Like these are going to be going in there next. So I'm just going to make it all different kinds of multicolors. These are, somebody gave me these balls of yarn, and this with this purple. So they're going in there next, along with this orange, and this is left over from the doll dress that one of the doll dresses that I made for one of my grandkids. Those are the next yarns to go in there. And when I have enough to make a blanket, I'm going to lay them out, arrange them, and, you know, take forever to put it together. But that's the plan at this point now. So, but I do love that Willow Square pattern. So it's taken me that many squares. I think I can do it now without my cheat sheet, which is, I had to write down the repeat, you know, the steps. Oh, that wasn't there. Because I couldn't remember, you know, which there's 7, I think 7 rows repeats, you know, 7, no repeats, just 7 rows to that pattern. And that's a Crochet Rocks tutorial that I followed. So I want to finish those things. Well, I have all winter to make that, and I do have to make the blanket, the Van Halen blanket, and I don't know how to. I know there's a website that you can go to, a free pattern thing that you can use to design the pattern to do a Grafgan. I couldn't figure that out. I know Terry from Yarn Joy talked about it, and I went there and tried to do that when I was making Ariana's blanket, and I just got out graph paper and did it myself. And then I didn't crochet it very well, so I started over and did it all different. But yeah, that was a fail. So I do have to make this blanket, and I do want it to be Van Halen with the Van Halen guitar design, and which is just very, I mean, it's just, if you haven't seen it, just Google it. But it's got to be a Grafgan, and I don't know how to make the graph and then be able to follow it. I thought so. Anyway, I might just use those. I bought the yarn. I had the yarn for a year, like almost since last. I had it for a while. It's in a bag in my craft room, just waiting for me to figure out how to work it. I do want to have that done by Christmas, because now I'm going to start really my Christmas crochet, and I have. Oh, I didn't bring that over here. The candy cane holders. Remember those? I want to make a bunch of those to put on Christmas gifts, and I want to make a bunch of little amigurumi keychains, that keychain zipper pulls, buddy, you know, because I think those would be fun on Christmas gifts as well. So I think I might take some of that this weekend to work on, because they're fast and fun. I enjoy doing it. But I forgot to bring, I thought I had that over here, but I don't. But sitting in front of me are a Christmas picnic basket and a bag. My tripod is actually sitting on the picnic basket, so I can't show you that. Full of cotton yarns and started things and not completely finished things. They're like kind of like forgotten whips, and ideas and projects. So this is what I wanted to share because I have this great desire to do like spa bags for you know, a spa basket or a spa type Christmas gift, and also pot holder with a or like either or kind of gift, pot holder and trivet and towel holder kind of things as well. And I started doing this. They had, and I don't remember who did it. I don't even know if I could find it now because I don't even remember what it was called. But it was 7 wash rags designs, or maybe not 7. I don't remember. I didn't finish the cal. But it was a cal that I had started, and I was going to do 7, a set of 7 of each design. So I have this wash rag that I finished, and it was kind of like a sampler thing. So the problem with doing like dishcloths and wash rags for people is that if you're giving them it as a gift, you kind of want it to be a neutral color. Not necessarily a neutral color here, so what am I going to do with 7 of these? I'm going to give them away. I don't care. Like usually though, you might want that to match somebody's kitchen. What difference does it make, really, right? So I did these, and they have a scrubby edge on them. So this is definitely dishcloth, and they're all 7 of these are completely the same. Then there was a corner to corner one, and with 2-tone yarns. So I did 7 of these in this style. I think I did 7. Oops, here's another orange one. Oops, what's that doing? These ones were the ones that I completed. Completely completed. Woven in ends, I think, everything. So I had the corner to corner in the blues, and the other thing in the orange. And then I had more, and I don't think they're completely completed. And they must be in this other bag. So let's see what's in this other bag. Okay, then I found this really cool. Now I know this was a design by Mikey, did the tutorial from the Crochet Crowd or Yarn Inspirations or whatever, whichever one. And these are not completely done, but I did them in 2 different patterns. And let's see, I'm just trying to organize what I got going on here. Now that I'm looking at them, I kind of remember. So I did this in a Christmas theme. And isn't this the coolest pattern? And if I can find it, I'll try to link it. But I just think it's really a cute, I mean, I think it's cute washcloth. So I did the green and the red this way, and then I did it in the reverse. So you would get like 1 of each. You know, these aren't completely done. As you can see, that's the back. Because I still have ends, but I thought, oh, how cute. And then Dana from Wonderlust Crochet, and I started on these after last Christmas, by the way. Dana from Dana's Wonderlust Crochet showed me a tutorial on how to do, or well, told me about this wiggley trivet, and I know she's done tutorials on them now. I did this last winter after Christmas, and this is my little like chart I made up of what color goes where and how to do it. And so I was following this, and I made I think 3 are done. Except now I've seen in her more recent posts where she does an edge around here, just like single crochet edge, which I totally love. But I don't think I have any more. Well, I have green. I can go around and do green. I know this green matches. I actually bought the yarn for these when we were in Mississippi last year, and started doing these on my road trip home from Mississippi. And then I even put like a scrubby yarn edge I was trying to do, and I did that on a couple of them because I had some red scrubby yarn. So I was just doing a single crochet scrubby yarn edge. And I thought, oh, that will be a cute Christmas gift for next year. And then I got bored with it and I quit working on it. So So I have these, and I would like to make more, but I don't know that I want to do them all Christmas, but I have several like sets, so I'm debating. The debate is on. Then I know I had more. Oh, they're buried. See, so there's like various yarns in here. I have this. There's just, you know, cotton premier, sugar and cream. I have, so look at this one. That's very Christmassy. Oh, I knew. Okay, so I have a couple started of the trivets, and I was doing like one color, then starting the next color. So I have a couple more trivets, and they're fun and they're quick. But I got onto other projects. I got bored with it, you know how it is. So I have more. I do have more red and more green, and I have that, more of that to do that. And then I have in here, aha, I knew I had more. Then I started this one. This is just a double crochet, it looks like, squares. I think this was the first one in the crochet along, was just double crochet squares. And then I think you were, oh, I remember. I think you were supposed to make like flowers or butterflies or something to go on them. I'm not going to do that, because if I do the spa thing as part of these, I don't want things sticking out for when you're washing your face or whatever. So if I do these as, well, these would definitely have to be kitchen because I got the scrubby on there. But if I do the spa thing, I could use these for spa day things. Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet has that spa scrubby thing for your back. She did send me the tutorial. I emailed it to me, and I cannot find it in my email now. But she uses a scrubby yarn in the center of a long, just like a long, crochet along. She has it tapered. Anyway, you crochet this long thing so you can scrub your back. And in the center of it is, you do on top, you make the whole thing solid, just regular yarn, and then in the center you put a scrubby yarn, a little patch of scrubby yarn for scrubbing your back, so you can get all of their back scrubbed really well. And I thought, oh, that would be so cool to make for Christmas presents, because everybody needs a good back scrub. So then, which I don't also have in here, but if you'll recall, one of my subscribers sent me a scrubber rose. It looks like a rose, and it was in a sparkly purple yarn. Well, I got some sparkly yarn. This is the Dreamweaver yarn that I don't think I'm going to be able to get anymore ever, so I'm really disappointed. But I don't think that store is going to sell yarn anymore that was selling this. I have a couple of colors of this. I have orange. I think I have some blue that I found and I thought was in, oh, it's in this other bag. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, that's just cotton. That's just plain cottons. So I do have a lot more of the red in the scrubby. And I have more of this upstairs. And I have orange in the scrubby for making, but not everybody has an orange kitchen. Like most people probably don't. But do I really care if it matches your kitchen? I mean, it's just to wash dishes with, right? I mean, I don't know. Should I care? Really, I want to know. Should I care? If I should care, I don't have a lot of neutral in the cotton yarns. So that's going to be a problem for me. Then I did find, I found that sparkly yarn in blue. And I don't know how much it will take to do one of those roses, that pattern. I did get the pattern for it, and I think it's online. You can find it. I think it was a Hobby Lobby pattern. I don't have the pattern in front of me. These were yarn balls in that yarn haul from the camper. And these are cotton, so I'm going to use them to make stuff. And I found the sparkle yarn in purple as well. So if I want to make those roses and give that as part of the gift, how fun, right? And then I did find, and this is all Dreamweaver, I found the scrubby in green. I mean in this. And these will make really cool edges on the red and green washcloths if I want to do that. Or just make scrubbies out of them to go with. So they could maybe get a sparkle scrubby or you know, as a rose, or just a flat scrubby out of this to go with. I don't know, what do you think? I think that the Christmas trivet and a washcloth and a scrubby would be cute, just, you know, for like co-workers, or I would say teachers if I had kids in school, but I don't. I tend to, the last couple of years, crochet gifts for like my nieces and sister-in-laws and stuff like that. So I thought those would be kind of cool gifts. And then or scrubbies, you know, washcloth spa thing, and or both. I don't know. I don't know. I'll finish one set probably this year, and then maybe next year somebody will get the other set. I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but I think that's what I want to work on this weekend, because I just want simple, quick projects. So, you know, adding the edge onto these, simple, quick project, finishing these, simple, quick projects. And that's what I think I want to work on this weekend. These could be almost ready to give. If I just use that other yarn, throw this in and make some scrubbies, then I have gifts already ready to go, which I kind of like that idea. I don't have a lot of red and green yarn left to finish these with. I have a little bag. Where'd it go? Oh, I don't know if I have any more of this upstairs in the yarn room. I will have to look. I have a lot more cotton. I just don't know if I have red and green. So I might have to do a cotton yarn haul of red and green. My husband might just want to shoot me in the head if I buy more yarn. We did fix up the yarn room. I did take the time, finally found and took the time to fix up the yarn room after my cupboard fell over and broke. So we bought two like wooden bookcases, and I put them back to back so that they wouldn't lay flat on the wall. They stick out from the wall. I thought I got nearly as much yarn in there as what was in the cupboard, and I thought I would like the fact that it comes out from the wall, because then I can have access. I'll show you in another video, but it'll give me access to both sides and the yarn on the walls on either side of that without having to dig and get on the floor, and like some of the yarns in the corners in the bins on the walls are hard to get to. So by making this come out this way, stick out from the wall, it gives me access easier to the bins on the side walls and the yarn in the bookcases. Except the yarn in the bookcases sticking out really eats up the space. And the room is very small, and it really eats up the space in the room. So I'm not happy with that. I'm not asking he mounted this to the wall so it doesn't fall over. I'm not asking him to move it. And flattening it out just puts it back in the same situation that I was in before. And we have the way there's a shelf above, and the way the shelf is braced. They weren't going to fit up very well because of the braces on the shelves. And so this technically is better. It just eats up so much more room of my room that now it's kind of like claustrophobic. But the yarn all fits, so that's the good news. And I do have a box full of cotton, and I have cones of cotton that I need to go through and see what I have in red and green to finish my reds and greens here and finish up these sets. And then that could be like Christmas really started for you know, yarny gifts. And well, a lot of finished even. So I like that idea. So I think that's what I want to work on, is my little wiggly squigglies. Because they are fun and easy to make. You just make the little grid and then you crochet on top of the grid. So that's 3-dimensional, and then it becomes a trivet. And I like those. So that is my yarny goodness. That is my yarn chat for today. Not a lot of finished stuff, but some. I'm kind of excited about the new projects I want to work on. I know there's like 9,000 projects I need to work on, but I need to get this Christmas stuff started. I feel like, because my crochet time is becoming more and more limited. So I really have to pick and choose what I want to get done. And so I need, you know, I need to not be overwhelmed for Christmas. Not that I have to give anybody yarny stuff for Christmas, but I did start this like a year ago. And Z's Van Halen blanket might just end up being a red and black and white blanket, and it might not look like Van Halen, or he might not get it for Christmas. He's been waiting a year for it already. So I mean, he asked me for this last year at Christmas when I gave blankets away to each one of my kids' families. I gave them each a blanket for their couch, and the little girls each got a blanket. And my sister-in-law, or my daughter-in-law's brother, was like, "Where's my blanket?" And I thought he was kidding. And his son Nick asked me for a blanket. Well, Nick got his blanket, but Zorn hasn't gotten his blanket. And Zorn's like, "Where's my blanket?" I'm like, "Are you kidding? I thought you were kidding." He's like, "No, I want you to make me a blanket." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So poor Zorn, he's going to be maybe waiting another year for his blanket. I don't know. I hope not. I just don't know how to do the graph for it. So, and I don't know if that I have time to deal with it. So we'll see what happens. I will make him a blanket this year for Christmas. Hopefully. Hopefully. He will get it sooner or later. So that's all I got for that. I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you. I don't see anything that I didn't show you. I don't have anything else. That's it. That's all I got. And it's ended up being a much longer video than I want, because I tend to, you know. So I'm going to let you go. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting. I do read the comments. I do try to reply to the comments. And have a good yarny day. See you next time. Bye.